podcast.
I wanted to catch up on this. Is this about the application? I think it's about the app. Bro!
Here.
I'm ready.
So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the leaflet situation.
Dude, all my Twitter is on fire because Leaflet made an AI app that apparently makes you like a VTuber avatar from a single picture, and every artist is losing their marbles. I have so many complex feelings about it. I must.
Or as Asmongold would say, the leaflet situation. But this is someone who I'm sure most...
Dude, am I tripping or... Rev is like super loud and... Please, adjust your microphone, sir.
Of you are aware of. We have a very overlapping audience. But it comes to me with a very heavy heart that things have gone too far. That's right, Leaflet has gone too far, and I'm going to join the countless ankle-biting, 100-follower, virtue-signaling V-tweeters who are currently attacking her to the point of trending on Twitter. Why, you ask? Why such...
No way! Wait, wait, hold on. Rev is going to be against this? Ooh, hold on.
A big shake-up, Rev. Well... I want to be on the right side of history. That's...
I can't tell if it's sarcasm. I think he's joking, but I'm not sure.
Right, because all the good people, these self-proclaimed good people, are very mad at Leaflet for...
Hold up. This might be a mighty sarcasm.
Reasons that'll be very obvious in just a second. So, what did Leaflet do in...
Leaflet follows him. He follows him back. Cancel. Fucking cancel.
This situation? Well, she has provided means to make VTubing more accessible. Yes, that is her irredeemable crime. Now, this comes in the context of a very loud debate in the VTubing scene about AI. And people, as we've seen, are virtue signaling about this. It's mostly nobody VTubers and VTweeters who have very strong opinions about this subject, basically saying, you're not a VTuber, you're not a content creator, and you're even a terrible person for ever using AI.
True. Mind you, literally at this point, AI is everywhere. Like, I open my goddamn tap water, and AI is coming out of that shit too.
Now, Leaflet, who has used AI to produce some very funny content, music videos, etc., came out with something very useful, a very useful tool. And if it's not obvious already, I'm being very facetious when I say I'm canceling or disavowing Leaflet, okay? But she says this: I'm making a program that is a bridge between PNG tubing and live 2D. It's called...
Dude, people were so mad at this. But so mad. It's apparently, the way it works is like, you put like a picture or something into this program, and somehow this program tracks you, but also makes like the animation like live. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't touch it. I would never download it. Not because of, oh, AI is bad. I'm simply afraid that it would be like a virus or like sending my data to China, and my fucking robot vacuum cleaner already does that, and I don't want it. I think it looked incredibly impressive. I think as a technology, it's really impressive. And if you are if you are a good artist, I don't think this is going to replace you. I think I wouldn't be so neutral about it if I wouldn't have a gigantic big gripe against artists. As an artist myself, or a past artist, whatever, I still draw. I hate them. I fucking hate them. Most of them, not all of them, but most of them. They are the most pretentious, idiotic freaking retards. Greedy, lazy pieces of shit ever known to mankind. I have so much hatred for artists. It's actually awful. I have a hatred for like oh, you want to use something commercially? How about you pay $1,000 extra? Or like oh, I'm going to commission you and half a year passed and you still didn't have any contact with me. And I paid you, I don't know, $2,000 and now I can't even PayPal the money back and then you just fucking disappear.
They all got that Tumblr brain disease.
This is like the amount of time I commissioned someone and that someone obviously didn't like my character, so they didn't put any effort into it and they just scribbled out something a day before the deadline just so that I cannot ask for a refund. Meanwhile, they are doing their own personal art to like the very max and it's like all sorts of fun, fancy and beautiful. Way too many times. Way too many times. And that's the luckier one, because sometimes they just ghost you and all your money is gone, you know? And then they will just come back with an excuse. The amount of time I commissioned people and I heard, oh, my grandma died, my cat died, my uncle died. Like, I don't know if like everyone is like just having the artist plague and just everyone just around you keeps dying, man. But you have to handle your schedules like a little bit better, man. Like, that's not an excuse. I'm very sorry that your second grandma on your father's side died, but like, what does that have to do with me? The amount of time, or like, I had multiple times when I worked with artists and I've asked them to do something complex and they were just like halfway. Mind you, I am waiting for these people. I am on the wait list, right? I'm spending like waiting half a year. I get on the wait list. Finally, they start working on it. There is an effort. I'm like, ooh, could we do this somehow else? And they are just like, I just have a burnout. This is so complex. I can't do it. I'm going to give you half your money back, but I can't finish the project. And I'm like, the fuck you made you can't finish the project? I have been waiting for this for months. And what do you mean I'm only getting the money, half of them back?
I'm surprised artists haven't asked for royalties on Vtuber models yet. Imagine if someone sold you a model but they want 20% of all profits, some Kevin O'Leary Shark Tank kind of deal, lol.
I wouldn't be surprised. And mind you, these are the people who are like, oh, you got a half-assed art? You are not allowed to take it to another artist to finish it. You are not allowed to finish it yourself. Once you get a commissioned art, you are not allowed to do touch-ups for it. Like sometimes when you get an art and it's very clearly shit, and you just want to overpaint it to make it usable because you spent like $500 on it. But it's so ugly that like details are missing. It looks shit. The colors are bad. Everything is hazy. And then you want to save it. And then they are just going to be like, well, you can't modify my art. Then bitch, make it right. You know? And they just don't. They are like, well, you will have to pay like 200 more for that. No, I don't. I already paid like 500 on it. What are you talking about? Is this the artist for Twitter or Pixib? These are Western artists. I'm talking about Western artists. I'm not talking about Scab. Scab is like a hit or miss, but you expect a hit or miss, right? Because that's how Scab works. You pay a lower price and you get what you get. But I'm talking about like Western artists where they add you on Discord and you're like, you know, you have like, oh, 2 revision for free. And I'm just like, yeah, but this looks awful. Like, I understand that you don't want me to bitch around, but I can't work with this. And my cortisol goes all the way to heaven, you know?
Called Adventurer. You can make a model in less than 30 minutes and add new emotes in less than 5. And she presented this video showing off the software.
So these are the reasons why I don't feel bad. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't like AI generated art, right? Like, it's whatever. I don't like it. It's cheap. It's not personal. I prefer my own art, you know, drawn by a real life person. I don't give too much about the ethics about it. Like, I don't fucking care. But I cannot blame people for turning to AI art. Especially when there are these elitist people who are like, oh, you give me an AI generated reference, I am not going to work with you. Oh, you said this and this on Twitter, well, I can't work with you. Oh, you had like a scandal way back then, I cannot associate myself with you, so I cannot work with you. Like, bitch, like, I am offering you to pay. I'm not talking about personally about me, because I haven't been really turned down. Like, I am luckily not very controversial, but you hear it all the time that, oh, if you're a little bit hell, I have been in multiple Discord chats where someone is asking, hey, this person wanted to commission me.
That was good.
Do you think I should accept it? And other artists within the group chat tells you that, no, girl, you shouldn't accept it. You shouldn't associate yourself with it. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, bro, if you want to take... The reason why they are not taking the commission, because they are afraid of getting called out. Right? It's like you guys are saying, like, Kirsch is a good example. Like, all of these artists are like sort of like bound together because Kirsch as a person is controversial. People are afraid to work with her because there is this stupid fucking thing on the internet that if you talk with someone or interact with someone, then basically your opinions are the exact same as that person's opinion. No, it's a job. You get paid for it. Who cares? I can work with many people who I disagree with. You know why? Because I gotta pay rent. I gotta buy fucking food. You know, and no one should think that just because you work with someone, oh, like, well, clearly you are just that kind of person, right? Yeehaw, but your morals? I don't have morals. I don't care about it.
And this is a really great thing. For those who don't know, PNG tubing is when you literally have a...
Like, I'll be honest, I personally wouldn't use this, but do you think it's fair that when you're trying to start out as a streamer, you have to pay over $10,000 just to have a chance at having a model? Or sure, you can buy it for like, you can buy a pre-made one, but that's a pre-made one. Everyone and their mother using it. You wanna have a chance to be unique. You don't want to be fucking, I don't know, Suika Avatar 9999, right? You want to be your own person. But the thing is that just the art, mind you, from a mid artist, not like a good one, is going to be at least 1,000, if not 2,000. And then you have to get that rigged. A good rigger who is not going to give you like a HoloLive rhombus is going to be at least 2,000 as well. At least. Listen, Filian is an amazing streamer, but look at her. Even she got trouble. She wanted to get her Nandroid and she couldn't. Because the artist who made that pre-made avatar didn't agree. So it's not good for her either. Why do you think she probably has to do this whole like rebranding or whatever? If she's coming back, it's going to be probably with a brand new avatar that can be finally her own.
PNG still image while you're waiting to get a 2D live VTuber model, okay?
I waited just for the rig, just for this model's rig. I waited for it over half a year. I think it might have been over 8 months as well. And that was just the waiting to get started. Just to start on the rigging. The rigging itself was like, I think 2 or 3 months. So this model, I drew this model like in 2024 or something. And it was just finished and ready to be rigged whenever, you know, the debut happened. Like the 3D model was a little bit faster, but even for that, I had like a 3 or 4 months wait list because I wanted a really, really good artist. And I think it took like 2 or 3 months for the modeling as well. So, you know, if you want quality, you have to wait for it. But sometimes you just want to start out.
That's kind of the entry point for a lot of people before they get into VTubing. But Leaflet free of charge and by her own efforts is providing a tool to bridge that gap. And a lot of people are very appreciative of this. Banana Juju saying, Leaf working her magic and changing VTubing forever. We love to see it. I am nothing but amazed of everything she has accomplished so far. Here's another one saying, man, if I had this when I was PNG tubing. The system I came up with used OBS hotkeys and a ton of animated...
I think the way this should be used, that if you're broke as fuck, you should use an AI, right? Like, it's cheap, you can do it. If you don't mind that people will hate on you, you go you. Or if you want to be ethical about it, use a pre-made one. If you have a little bit money and you start it out, then start to get your own one, right? Like, you cannot be hated because you don't have money to just pay up 10k. It's not plausible for a lot of fucking people. You know? It's good for starting. I don't like AI, but I have 2 feet on the ground in reality, and I know that this is what's going to happen. AI is not going anywhere. This is what it is. It's just, I think at the end of the day, everyone would much prefer to work with real artists.
It's especially hard to find a good rigger. There is still not many riggers compared to artists. It's still a fairly new skill that not everyone has picked up on it.
Well, and it's not even that, but like I'm telling you, getting a rig done takes over 3 months. You know, like that's a lot of time, and that's when you're lucky. Remember, what's his name? Kevin. Kevin is a rigger on Twitter, and he was famous for being very fast. And he got such a backlash because he was apparently using sort of like a schematic or like a skeleton sort of thing to make his workload faster. People were hating on him for that too. He was cheaper. Yeah. He reused a lot of his rig. I think his rig was like around 2k. And people were hating him that he reused his own fucking work, mind you. Right? The rigs weren't perfect, but he was extremely fast. Are these people stupid? They are not stupid, they are elitist. They are still at that part where it's like, art should be ethical, and it should be a Renaissance painting, and you should never use like... There are these like weird artificial rules that artists make for themselves. Like, you're not allowed to trace, but you're allowed to trace if it's a 3D modeling thing. But only if you pose that 3D modeling thing for yourself. If you trace someone else's art, then it's not good. But at the same time, you can pre-use assets in Clip Studio Paint, which is like basically entire backgrounds, like 3D, whatever build shit. You know, like the rules are so fucking vague. What you are allowed, what you're not allowed, what is ethical, what is not ethical. It always depends on who you're talking to, right? Like, being inspired is allowed, but copying is not allowed. But sometimes copying is allowed because art is supposed to evolve. I don't know, man. This is just a bunch of people who, at the end of the day, are greedy for money. Because this is not about art anymore. And many artists who are going to be complaining, even in this video, they just want their money. They are asking for extremely expensive prices, like up to 700, 800, 900, over 1,000 on VGen for a mediocre piece of art that you have to wait months for. And if you want to use it as a merchandise, you have to pay an extra fee on it. And that extra fee can be, you say 50%. I know artists whose extra fee for commercial uses were 200%. Big artist. 100 to 200% of the price. Imagine you're paying for an art and it's like 2,000 to 3,000 just the art because it's a good artist, and above that you want to make a merch about it. I know people like that. Who's paying that? You would be surprised. You would absolutely be surprised.
Gifts. I paid for. This looks way more user-friendly. Here's another one saying, Leaflet really is a creator of the people. First, she makes a TTRPG.
It kind of reminds me when Scap came out, how everyone was mad because Scap was like cheaper. This is sort of going to be like that. That is like, oh, now people will
These
use
lunatics
AI.
don't care about use of AI in any other industry. Hell, they probably use it in their daily lives. Most of them are unreliable and lazy.
For sure. And the worst thing is that, like, for example, when I tried to commission myself for background, unfortunately, I had to hand in AI-generated examples that I found on Google because everything is AI generated now, right? And like, I apologized in advance, like, I'm sorry, I don't have better examples. This is what I'm looking for. And in my head, that's perfectly fine. You know, like, as long as you are like using the AI to commission someone, I think that's fine. But there are artists who are like, oh my god, there was this person who tried to commission me and their avatar was AI generated. I instantly just blocked the guy. Like, buddy, they are trying to make you draw for them. And they are trying to use like a clutch. It's more common than you think. That people just like bounce it back, or like, it's like, oh my god, I drew this something for this one person, but now they are using AI, so I'm revoking his right to use my art. From now on, it's back. All the rights are back to me. And like, first of all, I don't think that's how it works. Second of all, like, can you just be a little bit more unlikable? Like, holy shit.
Angel Sword for free,
you know?
And it gets constant updates. Now she is making this for free. If this is what Quangos mean.
It depends on the contract. Dude, there are no contracts when you're doing art. You're just like, hey, would you draw this for me? Yeah. This is my PayPal. Pay for it. Okay, paid for it. Okay, here's the art. Like,
when they say someone is a grifter, we need more grifters. I cannot wait to try it. And here's another one saying, Leaf out here casually destroying the VGen Mafia. She's releasing it for free. Riggers, as in VTuber riggers, are quaking right now.
I still don't think that this will affect anyone who's actually good. Good riggers and good artists are fine. Those scammers who do shit work for all your money, oh yeah, they're cooked.
And yes, they were. To the point of Leaflet trending on Twitter. And of course, when a VTuber, a problematic one like Leaflet, is trending, it brings out the Quangos, as mentioned in the previous post, who are here to virtue signal. But I want to start with this post from Leaflet showing a screenshot that really encapsulates this entire.
More AI in the VTuber space. A big slap in the face to the customizable model makers, asset makers, riggers, artists, etc. Okay.
Entire debate. One person mad at Leaflet, quoting her, saying, more AI.
Skew, yeah. The thing is that you can still use all of this, right? More options are bad. Exactly. Like, you can still get your pre-made whatever. It will be perfectly fine. Oh, my fan is being picked out. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, I don't have air conditioning. It was very warm. What the fuck? I'm sorry. I will cover it.
AI in the VTuber space.
Is it? I don't know. Like, Skull was just telling me that apparently you guys hear the mic being fuzzy because my fan is being picked up. I apologize. I don't hear it. I'm sorry. It's really warm in here.
Big slap in the face to customizable model makers, asset makers, riggers, artists, etc. And then, in the related Discover More tab that was attached underneath, that
I lowered it. I'm sorry.
That same VTuber says, I put in a commission request for PNG
Skill bongo tap, skill bongo tap, skill bongo tap, skill bongo tap.
I didn't hear it either, but like, it's okay. I'm sorry. If you guys hear it, I didn't know it's that bad.
VTuber on VGen, and no word back after a week. Not even a message. Ugh. So I canceled it. I'm upset. It was so cute. And there you have it, right? People are literally trying to virtue signal and cancel Leaflet for providing a free AI-based tool while providing an alternative that they're upset about themselves because it's not working out. At the end of the day, a lot of people would like to work with more artists, but it's very pricey, or they're getting canceled and their request denied because of wrongthink. We have seen so many
Dude, I will never get over the fact that I was basically robbed of like $1,000, and I'm never getting back because the artist just decided that he doesn't want to do art anymore and he just disappeared and he just robbed like a bunch of people, and it's like it's too far, right? Like I cannot even PayPal it back. It was $1,000. Like, I could have paid my rent with it, you know? Can we call him by his name? I mean, if you want to. I don't think he cares at this point.
artists refuse
He was so good too.
to work with people for their
You can't charge back after a certain amount of days. I think you can charge back for like 180 days or something. And I waited over a year and I got like a sketch, which mind you, it was really cute, but it's very sad it was not finished.
political beliefs or being problematic, what have you. But a tool like that provided by Leaflet gets rid of all that. It gets rid of the virtue signaling because it's a very real thing. A lot of people want to work with artists, but artists have made it very clear, I won't work with you if you're problematic.
Artists are really hard to work with because they are always super sensitive. And you have to like double and quadruple think how you talk to them, because if they get offended, they will just suddenly turn around and just block you, and they are not going to do a good job. You know, like I always try to make sure that be very kind, especially for me because I'm a really blunt person. So like I'm not really sensitive about not about work. Like work is work. I'm not going to be sensitive about that. If someone doesn't like it, I always try to do my best. But like I can be a little bit harsher sometimes than I want to be because I am really, really blunt and I'm not like Americanized and softened. So I always try to be like very bootlicking when I'm trying to commission someone, you know?
And even if I do, I'm going to charge a lot. So there is this provided, but people are really mad about it. This user saying, anybody saying, wow, this is amazing, needs a history lesson. This is Leaflet. She spent the last year glazing AI for her own pathetic, lifeless projects, and this is no different. The entire thing is AI-based. AI is not a magic wand to VTubing, and that's true. It's not a magic wand. You still have to make
I mean, what can you do? The thing is that there will be a bunch of people who are going to use AI, and I would say now we sort of reached the time period when most people don't care. Like there was a time where it was like, oh my god, is that like an AI generated background or something? Oh my god, right? But now I think it's became so common that like literally no one fucking cares. So there will be a bunch of like poor VTubers who are not going to use it and they are going to miss out on their chance. And there will be a bunch of people who will use it and they will succeed. So it's really about like just your morals. I personally wouldn't use AI because thank God I don't need it, right? Like if I want, I can draw my own thing. I can commission people. I can just do my own thing. I don't need it. But those people who can draw and they don't have money, I wouldn't hate on them. Let's just say it.
content, but if this bridges the gap and allows people to get to a starting point easier, wouldn't that be a good thing? But this person is getting destroyed. 58 likes versus 167 comments. Leaflet saying, Mom Spaghetti. Another comment saying,
You can't fight progress, old man. That's true. Unfortunately, listen, the generative AI is already out. It will never happen that it will not be out. So, you know, you just gotta deal with it. If you don't like it, don't use it. But there's no point like bullying people and call them that, oh my god, this person have done that, boycott them, right? Like, if you boycott someone who uses AI but they are still trying to commission you, then the person who is losing out is you, because it's you who don't get the money, you know? Like, then that guy is going to pay for, like, I don't know, where do people generate AI? Like ChatGPT. Does ChatGPT does art? I don't know. He will pay for ChatGPT $5 a month and you will get like unlimited whatever, right?
It clearly is, and
I think even Grok can do AI art, right? Like the whatever fancy one.
this is the worst it's gonna be.
Dude, even Photoshop. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep pausing because I keep thinking about it. Now, Photoshop is a fucking nightmare to use. It has this retard fucking AI feature. It's so awful. But like, it's even in Photoshop. Like, you can totally write it in and it will do something for you. Oh my god, I hate the Photoshop AI so much.
The next version is going to be better, and then eventually the AI version will be superior to the traditional live 2D. Clearly it is, lol.
I think what's going to happen is that art is going to become a luxury again. There will be those people who will be able to afford it, and they are going to have like the handcrafted, the artisanal live 2D and whatever art. And there will be the ones with the AI art, and it's just like, yeah, whatever, you know? Art is always... You say that art had been always a luxury. I don't think so. There was a period of time as an artist where there were so many artists and there was like a big competition, right? And there was like a lot of artists who were pricing themselves low because there were simply so many people with the skills to do well. But now people will have to charge even less unless you have the reputation for being like a god artist. You know, like for example, like Nonoless, right? Like Nano has made so many VTuber avatar that you're at that point that if you get a Nano avatar, you should be honored. Like, you will be like Shy Lily's sister, you will be Cinder's sister, you will be like Zentraya's sister, and like all the freaking thing that she drew, right? Sorry. So like, she's a very, very, very good artist, and I don't think it will affect her prices at all.
I'm gonna keep it real with you, Chief. They are bodying you in the comments, and you deserve it. Also, who is this judging others?
It's Canadian. Bro, we don't listen to Canada.
33-year-old he/they with 100 followers. Like, I'm not here to follow shame, but there is definitely a clear pattern where people with no measured success are coming out and attacking people like Leaflet for providing free resources to get your career going. And speaking of career, who is this policing the VTubing scene? Someone with no content. I checked out their Twitch link. No content. The page is not even there.
Are you telling me that a VTweeter...
A Dayscan puts out of her carrying her 19th Chanel bag. I am going to freaking close it. Shut up and take my money.
Like, who is this? But here's another VTuber saying, can we stop bringing AI into every single creative field? The VTubing community is quite literally built on real human art and hundreds of artists' work. Pick up a pen / serious.
But the thing is that you can still choose a normal artist, right? Like, just because this technology exists, it doesn't mean you have to use it. There's still so many people on VGen. If anything, the only thing that this as a competition might inspire artists to have a little bit better work ethic. Which some of them, not all of them, but some of them desperately fucking need. You know?
And of course, they mention VTubing community. There's no...
VTubing is built on OBS and absolutely no one donates to. True. Also, I read that apparently VTube Studio itself has like AI in it. like the code or something. So I think it's time to just accept it that AI is in everything.
No such thing as a VTubing community. There's only a VTubing scene. If you're focused on a greater community, which often consists of a bunch of virtue signalers in that related scene, you're already missing the mark. Focus on your own community. Big mistake right here. But this idea of just pick up a pen, well, you know what? Some people are not artists. Some people are looking for alternatives to the traditional sources, and that's what Leaflet is providing. But also, who are you? Another 100-follower person trying to speak on behalf of the quote-unquote VTuber community.
Damn, he is really violent. He is like, who are you? Literally, who is this who? Damn, Rev, what the fuck?
Community. But here's another
Ouch.
VTuber saying, soulless piece of trash is what I think this is. Even if you excuse the use of generative AI, as in, I can't draw, that's why I'm using it, there is so many custom models you can get for dirt cheap. Well, you know what? There's also this option, and people are choosing this option over traditional means because it's easier, it's cheaper.
The thing is, with pre-made model, is that you get into, as much as they are customizable, yes, you fall into the same, like sort of like the fill-in trap. That model is yours to use, but you can't really monetize it. Like you cannot, if you want to make merch about it, let's say that you just want to have like a standee. I am not sure if you're allowed to make a standee about it, right? Like I'm not sure if you're allowed to use it to make your own thing, because it should be like just like you use it for stream and you call it a day, according to how you bought it. Because of the IP's dog shit? Yeah, exactly. So, as much as it sounds good that you buy, like, let's say, a $50 or $100 pre-made model, you can't quite use it the same way. And, you know, I get it that AI generates it from, like, multiple pictures, so technically you cannot really monetize that also. But AI is so irregulated at the moment that I don't think anyone can do anything about it. At this point, like by the time the governments are going to pick up on what's happening, that's going to be like 50 fucking years by now. AI has the opposite problem. You can't copyright protect it, but who cares? Yeah. So it's unironically, AI is almost quote unquote good for individuals, and it's horrible for big companies because big companies cannot copyright that shit. But you, as an independent person, you don't have to worry about it.
And it's more accessible. And then again, you look at the accounts. I mean, the virtue signaling is there. The first thing they want you to know is that they don't support AI, and they has 300 followers.
Oh god, he's Hungarian. Oh, fine. We are sorry. We don't claim negative energy. Shame. No.
Again, not trying to shame someone for being a low follower account, but like, there's definitely a pattern here.
This is karma. This is for shit talking the Canadians.
People so mad about this seem to have one thing in common, and it's that their concept is not proven to be tangibly successful. Here's another one saying, not only is this disrespectful to the VTuber cultural as a whole, but trash like this is why computers and phones are stupid expensive now. Wait a second. You're blaming...
I don't mean to be like that, but iPhones have been expensive since like, I don't know, like 10 fucking years? Hello?
Blaming Leaflet for phones being expensive.
God damn it, Leaflet! This inflation is on you, buddy! God damn it, my capitalism doesn't capitalism the way it used to.
You think this entire scenario is the reason why phones are expensive nowadays? I mean, this is like Hassan blaming Israel for everything. Like, really? You're gonna blame a problematic VTuber for the price of phones?
True.
I think it's a bit of a reach. But of course, Leaflet, as she does with other projects, comes out with a 30-plus minute long update to her system.
The only thing that I sort of despise about like generative AI is that there is slop everywhere. And I wish I could filter it. There is like, now that like there's so many animated slop and whatnot, like I don't care if you're using it, like you go girl. I just don't want to see it. I want YouTube and TikTok and social medias to have like a little button that will detect AI, and I will not have to watch the 10,000 AI narrated summary of this AI generated Korean Chinese drama, and it just keeps coming back. Don't touch my fruit dramas. Oh dude, like I don't care if people like it. I don't care. I just don't want it in my life, you know? Remind me, who like tung 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 sahur? Leave me alone.
Improving things and providing more resources for people, and of course, the usual suspects are still very...
You know what? Here is my beef with it. I don't hate generative AI. I hate it when it's undisclosed. I don't mind if you use it, but I want to know that this is made by this. You know, like you generated this. This is not a real life person. This is an AI generated video. This is not real. Da 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 da. You know?
Very upset. You have this VTuber rigger here saying, I hate this. There are hundreds of free VTuber models and assets out there made by artists. You don't need to use AI to be a VTuber. Well, that's your opinion. And a
tag of shame. Well, I mean, yeah, like, how to say, I'm going to say something very elitist thing. If let's say there is a content creator who does like really good like AI art, like just art, right? Or videos, it doesn't matter. And it turns out that it's an AI, I am not going to think that they are fucking genius, right? Then it's just like, oh yeah, you wrote in a prompt and you generated it. But if it's someone who actually does it, then yeah, I want to follow you because I think your art is amazing and I'm really invested in that. But I don't want to be invested in like slop, you know? So I kind of want to see if this is generated by AI or is it handcrafted. That's my little elitist take on this one.
Of course, well, people chose.
What about an artist that fixes AI up? I would want to see fixes AI up. That's not really art now, is it? Like 80% of your work is done by AI, and then you just like change like the whatever, like you remove the extra fingers. I'm not sure if that's much of an art. It's more like, I don't know, like photo bashing or something. I still don't care. I mean, I would care if they, especially if they offer a service, right? Because if they offer a service, you don't want to pay hundreds of dollars to an AI artist who is like working within 5 minutes, right? Because you don't want that. You don't mind paying $500 for like an actual art where someone is actually fighting for it. But if it's just generated, then, buddy, I don't mean to be like that, but it's kind of worthless.
A different route than you. And of course, you hate this so much, and yet in the replies, you promote your own Twitch channel. Like, you hate this situation so much, but you can't help but try to promote yourself in the replies. And it's always funny to see the reply from the original poster getting 8 likes on 2,200 views. Like, no one actually cares about the actual content and supporting it. It's more about getting likes for the virtue signal post. No one cares about the follow.
I don't mean to poke at it, but according to that 8 likes, you don't even get too much attention for the virtue signaling. I mean, it's 8 likes. I mean, so we.
Through your actual content whatsoever. And of course, this person is angry at a free option to get VTubers going because, well, they are a VTuber rigger themselves.
But what if you are the only one who can make the IA create the really good stuff?
Like what? Like no one has access to the technology? Like get fucked, I'm going to be like modern fucking Picasso, punch out 10 art a day.
This sort of technology, this sort of tool is literally putting them out of business, and yet they're so mad about it, they're crashing out on people like Leaflet instead of just promoting their own experience, their own...
Okay, hear me out. I'm looking at that person's art at the header, and I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. I hate that for not the reason you think I hate it. I hate it because it's very obviously have been made by a symmetry tool. And many times artists use a symmetry tool, which freaks me the fuck out, right? So if someone uses the technology of a symmetry tool, which is basically that you only have to draw one side of the art, shouldn't you pay only 50% of it? I don't mean to be like that, but it's technically also a technology and skipping fucking steps, because you only have to deal with one side of it. When I drew my avatar, for example, I didn't use a symmetry tool. I wanted my art to be asymmetrical. So mine are completely different. Like, I think not even the eyes are symmetrical. Because I hate that effect that it looks like that you just folded a fucking book and you reopened it. And it's perfect. The leg is the same, the arm is the same, and everything is the same. I don't like it. And many times I see people using like a live 2D avatar. It's so symmetrical. And it's very obvious that what they are using is that tool. Oh, that was good. So if you want to really poke at it, you use Photoshop. I don't use Photoshop. I only use Photoshop for my thumbnails. I use good old Paint Tool Sai. I don't even like Clip Studio Paint, so I don't use any of the assets. I use organic, old Paint Tool Sai 2.0, baby. Doesn't even have a liquefying tool. I have to go to Photoshop for that. Excuse you.
Portfolio. Like, if you're such a better option and a better route, your work should speak for itself, but clearly they're pretty insecure about that.
I'm sorry, but the coloring brush tools are just so superior inside that I can't get used to CSV. I tried it. I tried to force it. It made me want to cry, so I migrated back.
Here's another quote saying, OMG, it looks uncanny. AI does not belong in the VTuber/art space. Well, that's according to you with 200 followers. Again, not shaming, just a pattern being recognized. Here's another one saying this is very disturbing. Really? This is very disturbing to you? Anyways, they continue saying, I saw this account being followed by bigger VTubers and VTube Studio itself, which VTube Studio is the program I'm using right now to live record what I'm using right here, my VTuber model.
You know what this is? It reminds me of, like, actually a funny thing. So I was told that programmers...
It is the difference between handmade furniture and IKEA. Both
True.
are valid choices for different reasons.
True. Don't diss my IKEA furniture, okay? It was cheap. It's not made out of wood. It's made out of some paper pressed in the middle, but it's fine. But, like, I was told that programmers are not really competitive. And I mean it like, there is like GitHub. Like, many people upload their codes. They are sharing it with others. They are improving on it. They work together. It's like, it's sort of like a free-for-all. I'm not saying all of them, but I would say that they are more
That's
prone.
cool. You are only allowed now to make art on cave wall with the basic color you can find in nature.
Okay. Blood. Everything is blood. But you have to understand that artists are hyper competitive, right? Like, I'm not saying that all of the programmers are like sharing and caring and tender loving care, but most of them, they don't mind sharing what they are tinkering on, and that's how you have like many open software, like fucking OBS, right? It's just like, go for it. But artists don't share. Artists are so competitive that they are not willing to tell you their canvas size. They are not going to tell you what brush they are using on what softness settings. Not all of them. Of course, there are very, very cool artists who will help you and they are sharing the sources. But I have met so many artists that I have asked, like, oh, could you just tell me, like, what brush you're using? Because your line art is, like, so crisp. And it's like, oh, I'm sorry. That's, like, my own settings. And I really like it. And it's part of, like, my art style. And I was like, oh, well, like, I didn't know that it's that big of a deal. you know? Or for example, I give you a good example. When I used to go to Anime Expo, I had to print my posters in America, right? Because I'm not going to chug them from Europe. And I was asking American artists, where they print their pictures. And most of them didn't want to tell me. They didn't tell me the establishment where they were printing because it was their special paper and their special printing service. And I had to figure it out on my own what was a good service and what would print it well. So anyone who says that, oh my god, that's not true, artists are not like that, shut the fuck up. I have lived with this bullshit. They are competitive as fuck. People who print their own things at home are gatekeeping the type of the printer and the type of the paper they are using. Just so it would be a secret. Okay? So it's nonsense. It shouldn't be the service. It should be the art that speaks for it. Because people are not going to buy your art because, oh my god, this satin paper is so good. They are going to buy it because what's on it. Competitive or just petty? Listen, I don't care about whatever you want to call it. But there are so many stupid little shit that are being gatekept that it's actually insane. Most people will not tell you these things. I remember when I became a VTuber and I tried to ask what microphone people are using and I didn't get an answer. I had to look on YouTube what the big streamers are using. That's how I know that it was a sure. I know.
This is the source. Basically, every VTuber uses, so that's got a sting. And they say, I'm so confused. That account is pro AI? Hello? I thought those VTubers and artists don't support AI. Huh? Well, clearly you don't have much of a pulse on the VTubing scene.
Bro, he's shaming everyone. Holy shit. Jesus Christ, Rav. What the hell?
And of course...
Damn.
Imagine the shock when a lot of the bigger VTubers, including the account running VTube Studio...
You know what's the worst thing I hate about these people? Not this person in general. It's just, I mean like people who are like, oh my god, if you use AI, you're a terrible fucking person. These are the people who are like, oh my god, positivity is so important. I don't want negative vibes. I don't want negative vibes. I only want to be positive. Yeah, let's be kind to each other. You know?
Just doesn't care. At the end of the day, people don't really care if you're using whatever source. People don't really care if you're entertaining and you're providing.
Programmers are interesting creatures. They can be very judgmental, competitive and petty, but usually not possessive of their code because they stole it from somewhere else anyway, or someone already wrote it somewhere else. After all, you can only reorder coding blocks in a certain number of ways.
Well, the artist community is very, very different. I think it's a little bit better now, but way back then, when resources were very scarce, like there weren't too many spade paints on YouTube, everything was really being hogged. Westerners aren't. I mostly follow Japanese artists anyway, so...
Content. And unfortunately, a lot of people in the VTubing scene, they focus way more on what...
I will repeat it. You stole my pose. Oh god. Oh, I had a time when someone DM'd me that I was tracing their art because just the hand on the picture looked similar to the way they were drawing hands. I was like, okay, it's a hand. I don't know what to tell you, buddy. I showed him 5 other pictures where I drew the hand just the exact same fucking way, exact same angle. Years and years ago, and he was like, oh, okay. I was like, okay.
VTubers are saying and what's getting...
Did it matter? It's just... I feel like artists can be super paranoid about this shit, you know? Like, the competition is crazy. You wouldn't believe it, but it's so fucking toxic. It's so toxic.
Likes rather than the reality, because the reality is if you're entertaining, no one really cares. They just want content. And virtue signaling about AI
should have accused him of copying you. Bro, I don't care. There were so many people who were tracing my art and copied my art. And the only ever time I made a fuss about it when they were making commissions by tracing my art. Because you were getting charged for something that you just traced off of mine. Otherwise, I don't care. You know, like if you want to use it, if you just put fan arts up, like I don't care. You go, girl. Whatever.
On Twitter is not content people enjoy. But the virtue signaling continues. This person saying, free block lists. Ah, yes. Make sure to alienate yourself from VTubers and virtue signal about this, and also try to block people who are supporting this, but clearly you're not too invested because you didn't block Leaflet. You had to make this quote and interact for what? Attention, I guess. But here's another one saying, if you support this, unfollow me right now, please. There's so many free options, and I myself...
God, this reminds me. I'm sorry. I'm rambling a lot about this topic, but it's so fucking funny. I saw a person who was asking on Twitter how to mass block over 2,000 people. And the comments were asking why. And the person was saying that, well, there is this artist who is problematic, and there were over 2,000 people liking the art. And someone was saying it, like, you know, someone who's not mentally ill, that, hey, you know, just because people like a picture, it doesn't mean that they know that this person is problematic, or that they care, or that they share the same sentiment, because it was an art. And he was like, oh my god, I don't care. This person is problematic. I need to mass block everyone. And I was like, Christ, these people have not played on the playground. Jesus Christ.
Have been donated customizable models from kind people to start out as a VTuber. You don't need this AI garbage. Well, here's the thing. You got a lucky break. You're literally admitting it, that you got given models for free. So what if you don't get models for free? Maybe you should find a free resource like this.
Or, you know what? I will give you a good example what this could be used for. And I wouldn't even be mad at that. There are so many artists who simply do not draw male characters. Or if they do, it's not good. There are so many people who is like, oh, you want a masculine male avatar? Well, I don't do muscles. I'm sorry. I don't do that. You know? And you could use it for something like this.
I don't know. But of course, you can see the, if you support this, unfollow me right now. Is anyone actually doing that? Like, seriously, does anyone see this and it's like, oh, jeez. I am following this person, but I do support Leaflet's post. I guess I'm going to have to unfollow. It's just, it's all for virtue signaling. That's all it is. But here's another one saying, this is insulting to VTubing, as being a VTuber has always involved real artists making amazing models, not slop like this. And of course, the same person, when getting bodied in their own replies, says muting this or whatever the other critters say. I know I'm getting bodied or whatever, but you guys in the comments, you do you if you don't want to learn.
You know what this reminds me of? When someone said that if you're poor, you shouldn't play games. You know, like video games. Oh, I'm sorry, you're poor, you shouldn't be playing video games at all. Oh, you're poor, you shouldn't be VTubing at all. You have to collect enough coin to get started on that. You know? I'm sorry, are you a brokey? Oh, you don't have money? You have to use whatever free options you have. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Learn arts and feel proud of what you've created.
Yeah.
And just have a machine do it for you. Have fun with trying to copyright your VTuber. I don't really think that is something these individuals are too worried about, but it seems like living.
I don't think anyone copyrighted their VTuber. Like, I don't even think, other than maybe HoloLive. Maybe like indie. I don't think so. Like, it's not really common.
Let live is not really your stance. I mean, it seems like it's the opposite. You're mad about people using this. You're calling it slop and trying to virtue signal about it. Seems a bit hypocritical. But of course, Leaflet would weigh in on this, saying the reason people are so...
The thing is that at the end of the day, as a creator, you have to look at this art. You see this AI generated art? As an AI generated art, it costs you one ball scratch, right? If you want to commission an artist for this, with the amount of details, this is going to be at least $3,000. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't commission artists, but that's a lot of fucking money, man. Like, I wish I would be rich enough to be able to afford that. So basically, you're saying that you either have to be rich or you cannot have it. Which I personally, I don't have a problem with it. Like, I can live without it. It's fine. But it is a sort of like an entitled take that, oh, you cannot have it unless you're willing to perk up 3K. You know? Like, don't know.
So militantly anti-AI is because it brutally exposes their lack of impetus. No more excuses. The walls are crashing down. One is forced to face the monster of their own inaction and lack of drive. And she adds on this reply saying, you can see when they go mask off that it's all about maintaining the keys to their kingdom, where this user says, because AI removes any meaning or value to talent, it put the most talented and talentless people on equal footing regarding the result.
I still don't think that the good artists are in trouble. I really don't think. I feel like that if you are well established and you have reasonable prices, you will be just fine.
And she says, good. Now, of course, this is a very convoluted subject, and I know it's one that people feel very strongly about, so I'm very interested in what you guys have to say, but I think the pattern of behavior and the outrage here is very recognizable. We've seen this a million times before in the VTubing scene, and
maybe they are mad because their own skills are worse than AI. Well, I mean, obviously. I don't mean to be like that, but AI takes the best of the best, so it will be obviously better than you. Right? Like, the colors are going to be better, the anatomy is going to be better. Like, now that, you know, the AI figured out that we only have 5 fingers instead of 7, like, everything is crisp, everything is very shiny and sparkly and beautiful. So obviously AI art sort of like, okay, so AI art is like this Schrodinger's thing because it's simultaneously a slop but also really high quality. I can't quite explain it to you, but like when you look at it and it's AI and you say, oh yeah, it's AI, but it's also like, it's good, but it's also slop. Yeah, it's like a high quality slop sort of thing.
Across content creation, but anyways, that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed, please consider giving the video a like, consider subscribing and turning on notifications for daily uploads, as well as multiple streams every week live here on YouTube.
Damn boy, he's grinding. 6 toes. Dude, now everyone is like fucking terrified of like drawing. I still remember when I uploaded an art. Way back then of my own character, and it had like 6 fingers and everyone shamed me in the fucking comments. That was like way before like the whole AI thing, so like that wasn't like a thing back then. But it was just so embarrassing, everyone calling you a retard for not knowing how many fingers someone had.